What's up you guys, it's Bart here, and today's video is about my BMW Z3, which was very well received on the channel, hence why I'm revisiting it, and why I decided to sell it. Now before I get into my main reasons, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that more people are driven to the channel and we can grow together as a community and talk about these things and have a bit of fun along the way. If you could subscribe too, it would be much appreciated, as I think around 60% of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed, and I'm really trying to get as close to 300 subs by the end of September as I can. So if you could help me with that, it'd be much appreciated. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the main reason, and perhaps the obvious reason as to why I sold that BMW, is because of the financial commitment and the financial strain that it put on me. So I actually sold this car literally a week or 2 weeks before moving to London. Now, I knew that because I was moving to London, my living expenses would increase dramatically, so I had to make a decision that would help me out in the long term. So I decided to sell the BMW and remove that financial strain for myself. So I'm now paying a lot less for insurance, a lot less for fuel, and a lot less for maintenance. So that was the main drive behind getting rid of the BMW. Of course, it was such a nice car. I absolutely loved driving it. It gave me a great feeling. But if I look at things rationally and think logically, it's not great for my wallet, and especially at the moment where I'm not earning enough money really to be running this car, I thought it'd be the best thing to do. So I decided to sell it and buy something a lot more economical. Now, the second reason behind why I sold this BMW was something wasn't quite right actually. One day when I was driving here in London, the water tank exploded. Now I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but the water tank exploded, and I think what we found afterwards was the fact that the fan wasn't working properly and it caused the car to overheat. So there was some issues with the fan there, some issues with overheating, and I decided actually, whilst we've got it fixed, whilst we've got it ready, before anything goes wrong again, let's get rid of it. And that's exactly what I did. So I sold the car for a profit actually, which I was very happy with. So I think I would have mentioned I bought the car initially for £1,650 and ended up selling it for, I think it was just over £2,000 as far as I remember. So it was a nice profit to make, but certainly the right decision to make at the time. Because things, I just had a funny feeling about how things were going with the car. Now the third and final reason as to why I sold this BMW is more to do with my job now. So as some of you may know, as most of you will know actually, I'm a real estate agent here in London, and as you can probably imagine, turning up in a very loud and obnoxious BMW Z3 to viewings and things like that probably wouldn't have given off the best impression. Now, in October this year, as far as I'm aware, the ultra low emission zone in London is actually spreading into the area in which I operate. Now I work in Richmond and Kew, and I think that ultra low emission zone is coming into this area, so I would have had to pay an extra charge if I were to drive that car in this area. So financially speaking, it just didn't make sense to keep it, and as I would have mentioned in my three other reasons, it just overall didn't make sense. So main reason behind it was the financial strain, insurance, petrol, maintenance, tax, and obviously this ULEZ charge coming in. Second reason was something wasn't going quite right, and the third reason was it just wouldn't have worked with my current job. And to be honest, the way things are going here in London, having a car like that, when you think about the environment, just doesn't make sense at all. So hopefully that clears things up. That's the main three reasons as to why I sold this car. I've now moved on to a much more sensible option, a VW Polo. It's got a 1.2 litre engine, completely different to this BMW, but it burns absolutely no fuel, the tax is very low, and I'm very happy overall. Now to be honest, I probably won't end up selling this car for a very long time. I think what I want to do first is purchase my first property, and then think about things like cars and whatever it might be. I want to be, basically what I'm doing right now is saving as much money as I can, investing into index funds and so on and so forth to build up my pot of money ready for a deposit when I purchase my first property, which I have a couple of plans for, and I'll share with you on the channel over the coming months. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. Let's get as close to 300 subscribers as we can before the end of September. With that being said, thanks for watching, guys. That's it for today, and I will see you next time.